Hello, everyone. Namaste. The wise ones are happy to be back today. They have missed these messages, and I really long for the day that I will be able to do it more often. So, can you believe we're at the end of April and it's almost May? It's very strange. In some ways, it feels like we just started this year, and in other ways, we are 4 months almost through it. So there's been so much turmoil in the world, so much chaos. Everything has been revolving and revolving. And how do we evolve through all of this? It's the wise ones want me to tone for peace amongst chaos. I think we can all resonate with that, that we all want some peace amongst this chaos. So here we go. Tiakatihikonyonam, tiakaki, nyohokaki, hoyananamakati, hoyananamakati, koya, koya, ani, Yakato makati omahakim yohonam yohonam haimitim haimitim yohonam yo kahatim yanani no. That's all. All right. I hope you feel more centered as well as much as I do. There's been some information in the news, and I'm just going to start with this. I have learned a plethora of wisdom and knowledge from David Wilcock. And if any of you have followed him, he died on Monday, and the reports are suicide. But what I know for certain is that he has been financially hit from every angle. He has been sued from multiple directions. He has been psychically attacked, cyber attacked, just the hatred spewed at him. And the man always talked about ascension, enlightenment, how we step into our Christ self. He has never, I've followed him for at least 15 years now, and I've never heard him talk down about anyone. And yet he gets those kind of attacks constantly. The man's dog died. That was like his child, his best friend and child, a beautiful German Shepherd. And somebody called and reported him for animal abuse. That is the kind of psychological attacks that are happening throughout this world on a daily basis. We are being bombarded, whether it's social media, whether it's media, whether it's podcasts, whether it's weather, it is chemicals in our foods, in our air, in our water. We are all under attack. And truth seekers and light workers are being hit even harder. Everybody feels like, how many times have we talked about that wheel? Brrr, we're going around in this wheel, and they're keeping us so revolving so much that we can't get our breath to evolve. And that, I believe, is the conversation that the wise ones want to have today with all of you. It has been on my mind. They have been redirecting a new direction for the book, and it's expanding the direction for the book, not taking away from what's already there. It's just expanding it to a new level of thought process. And interestingly, it's what David talked about on his last podcast last Sunday. So I'm doing this show for many reasons. First of all, it's time for me to do my monthly show. And second, I want to take this time to honor someone who has been working through all types of attacks to expose the corruption on the planet, the lies, and more importantly, I followed his wisdom teaching. He's the reason that I understand so much about the mathematics and the sacred geometry of the quantum field. He's the one that taught me about the toroidal field and how everything evolves around a toroidal field that now Dr. Dispenza is even talking about. And I've got that background from wisdom teachings. He has taught me so much about the hieroglyphics and ancient civilizations and the information that was left behind from them, and has interpreted it. He was brilliant at putting pieces together, piecing facts and figures together to give you a fuller picture of everything. He's the reason that I knew about orgone, and that orgone is created from underlying springs and how it affects what grows above it, because it creates a molecular field and movement, constant movement. And when you see those trees that are all gnarled and all bent and twisted, there's a spring under them. And that's why they can't grow properly. It's the reason that I understood why I was so sick in an apartment that I had that was over a spring. So I thank David, and I pray his soul is honored for the immense wisdom he left behind for so many people, and the love he served with. He greatly served with love. And bless you, David. Bless you. He used to do meditations at the end of his shows, and he would wait till he had 5,000, 7,000 people online live with him, and then he would do the meditations for a mass meditation effect. So we were also on the same page there, that I do my mass love and light meditations and I end my shows. So today it's going to be especially in memory of him, and continue as a practice that not only God and the wise ones have asked me to do, but as a memory and honorarium of his work and how he served. So with that, I am going to bring forth the wise ones. Namaste, everyone. We are so happy to be back. And yes, Karen gave a good insight to what we want to talk about today. There is evolving information that is out there for you now, that is in a different structure than it was before. So what we want to piggyback on, her last show in March talked about the gift that the 3i Atlas left behind. And that atlas was an energetic source from energetic beings that left a field of energy. It wove a field of energy through the infinity movement in the universe. And it wove in and out of another dimension into this dimension and went all around your solar system. Why? Why would this system do that for you? So many people came along and said, oh, it's evil coming our way, and it's beings that want to harm. Those beings that want to harm are already loud and clear on your planet. They're here. They didn't need to rush here from somewhere else. But beings that are benevolent did. They needed to change the energy flow in your solar system, in this section of the universe and the Milky Way galaxy, because there are so many planets like Earth that are being stopped from their evolutionary process. And this is your evolutionary process. Many of you came back at this time of human ascension to evolve your souls, to complete all karma, to expand your consciousness, and remember who you are as a light, who you are capable of being, and most importantly, remember that you are one with everything that exists. So now, how do you use this field? What is this for, and how will it serve you? The field they left behind is a fifth dimensional energy field. It's vibrating at fifth dimension. And there was very careful steps put in place to make sure that when they created this field, it would not create really harmful vibratory differences. So now, let us explain it this way. When you have a high front and a low front coming in and they bang into each other, that's what can cause your violent storms, your twisters, your tornadoes, things on that nature. So now, when you have, and think about when you're in a room and you're with all kinds of happy people and someone really negative comes in. You kind of feel, it's almost like you have this bubble of vibrancy and happiness, and then somebody kind of pokes a pin in it and it starts to, depending on the person and how they might manipulate the room. Vice versa. You have a room of people that are really negative, and you have a happy person come in, and those negative people can't stand being around that happy person. You know, you're not feeding our need to complain. What are you doing here? We want to quack and you want to like soar. No, go away. They don't want you near them. So think about those extreme energies. So now if you have a field that is open to you, that you can stay in a higher vibratory field, and you've got all the density and the war and the attacks and everything that's going on the planet, on the surface of Earth. It's like a high front and a low front hitting. They worked really hard to create some balance between that. And what is it is offering to all of you is the opportunity to use that field, to be of the earth, not in it. Years ago, we had Karen read the Celestine Prophecy and the 10th Prophecy. And the 10th Prophecy was all about raising your vibration so that the warring people couldn't even see the others because they were in a different vibration. They were almost a different density. You could also say a different dimension that they couldn't be seen. And she was fascinated by this idea. It's one of the seeds that we planted for her. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You have that opportunity, more so than you ever did before. Because even if you got to 5D, the planet was going to pull you down. It just had a gravitational force that would pull you back out of oneness and acceptance and peace and ease. But this new field is a new opportunity. You now can choose to be there and stay there. How do you do that? How do you do that? What we've been talking about for a very long time, what you've been hearing about from many other sources, and we believe what you truly know in your heart. How many times have we been talking about heart consciousness, which is attached to the right brain, versus the left brain, which is the ego consciousness? That's the fear and the manipulation and the power and the control. So now, when you tap into the media and the war and the crimes against humanity, what you tap into is it's like you're taking that plug and you're plug it in and you are hooked in that vibration. You can't get out of that 3D vibration when you do that. Now, if you stand in your heart consciousness and you continue to send love out, like the mass media meditations, like Karen was just talking about with the light worker who always spoke from the heart. What Karen does always speaks from the heart. It's always from source and unconditional love and wise one's wisdom. It's the loving wisdom, divine guidance from love that she is bringing forth and bringing forth and bringing forth. When you stay in that vibration, when you choose to see people around you and the chaos around you and go, bless it and clear this energy. Just thank you for clearing this energy. Thank you for clearing this energy. Thank you for completing this karma. Thank you for love filling that space. Thank you. We send love along with that ambulance. We send love with those fire trucks. We send love to the governments. We send love to the war zones. We send love. When you stay there, that's fifth dimension. And that plugs you in to the new field that was just offered. And that is how you stay in the 10th dimension the book talked about. What we like to say is that's when you stay of the world and not in the world. That's when you're the observer. You walk around and you see the chaos and you hear about this and you another tragic trauma over there and you bless it. You send it love. But you don't go into the anger and the complaining and the judgment and wishing them harm. That plugs you right in to the 3D world. And what you really, it will remind you again, the powers that be that want to keep you revolving and not evolving, they want you plugged in. They are attacking you from every direction. Plug in, plug in, plug in, plug in. Social media posts, plug into the mainstream media, news, plug into the newspaper, plug into this report, plug into that person was murdered, plug in there, plug into the children being abused, plug into the murders happening, plug into the war, Plug into the war. You're going to be shortages. Plug in, plug in, plug in, plug in. They are attacking you 24/7, 365. But when you're plugged in to the 5D, you're kind of going, wow, sending love, sending love, sending love. Bless all those people that they wake up and they realize who they are. They wake up and they realize that they are love and light. They realize that we are all one. Hold the field. Hold the field. Hold the vibration for them to step up to. Because you already know about the 100th monkey effect. You already know that you reach, that you know about power versus force. Karen has talked about many times, where if you're vibrating below 200, you're vibrating in a victim stance. 1000 is enlightenment, according to David Hawkins in his book, Power versus Force. If we just use that model, that table, right? When you get to 201, 225, 250, 275, 500, which is love, which is where we're asking you to vibrate. When you get to a 500 thought consciousness in this mathematical formula, you affect thousands of people who aren't there. You are holding the vibration for all of them. And it's a wonderful mathematical formula that the more that reach 500, it affects the entire planet. You don't have to have a 50% or a 51%. You can reach it exponentially and synergistically. So that is what we want you all to focus on right now. All to focus on. Because that's Karen's writing about. When you love yourself fully and completely for who you are and who you are not, you can love everyone else for who they are not and who they are. And we're not going to tell you that there aren't psychopaths on your planet. You can all name them. Or some of them. We're not going to tell you there isn't crimes against humanity. There aren't people being victimized. No. No, we walk the planet. We know. We've been there. We've seen it. We've experienced it. What we're going to tell you is that you holding a field of love is the only way that you will win this battle for your souls. You're in a battle of good and bad. You are in a battle for your soul's ascension. Let us speak it that way. Your soul's ascension. And to evolve, you need to stay in that heart consciousness. And Karen said many times, we've had her teach this since her law of attraction days, 24/7, 365. You have a choice. Every nanosecond of every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year, you have a choice. Fear, left brain. Love, right brain, connected to heart. Which are you going to choose? Because it's the same with the fifth dimensional field. You get to choose at every minute. And you're human. You're going to slip. And you're going to go, that person shouldn't have said that. That person shouldn't have done that. That's evil. You're going to judge. Judge not, yet ye be judged. It's going to happen. But in a nanosecond, in a second, you can shift that back to heart center, to I send them love. I send them love. We are not in any way, shape, or form telling you it's okay with what's happening. No, we are not telling you that. please hear us say, the only way you have the ability to shift what's happening on your planet right now is from changing the field from fear to love. And the more people who work at changing the field and projecting love to it, the more the revolving will slow down and eventually stop. The chaos will end, the wars will end, and you will evolve to ascension, to the oneness, to the peace, to the acceptance, to the grace of knowing that what you do to someone else, you do to yourself. The grace of acceptance of where it is, exactly the way it is. And the more that you see it from a positive light, matter will transform. Karen is in a Dr. Dispenza workshop or book club, and she was on a meditation recently with Dr. Dispenza, and it was very powerful because it clicked so many things for her. And we're going to let her tell it through her words. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, so Dr. Dispenza does this kaleidoscope meditation. It's so cool. It's, you see like this flower, and then it merges into something else, and then another, and then it merges back, and it merges in, and it merges back and forth. And you've never looked in the kaleidoscope the way you can turn it and see different images. This is just evolving and evolving and evolving, and it's these images that just keep evolving, and you keep staring into the center, and it's a hypnotic state that allows us to get out of the left brain and get out from under the subconscious programming so that you can create in a new space when you go back into the field. And it just keeps evolving you into the field and into the field and into the field. It's part of the sacred geometry conversation of the quantum field. So he was teaching us about this, and this is why this is a toroidal field, and you're recreating and you're recreating and you're recreating. And he made the statement, I'm going to tell you something I've never taught before. He showed us the Fibonacci sequence, which is the golden ratio. And for anybody who doesn't know, it's that spiral where 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 1 = 3, 3 + 2 = 5. And it keeps going, and it keeps, and everything in the universe, the sunflowers, the plants, there's so many beehives, there's the spiral in a seashell. You see this Fibonacci sequence, also known as the golden ratio, in everything. And he made the statement, the punchline is that golden ratio is not in the shell, it's not in the sunflower, it's not in the beehive, it's in the field. And it hit me. Sacred geometry and is in the field, and matter transforms to it. It's a ratio, a mathematical formula is a type of vibration, no different than your phone number, no different than your name, no different than a sacred symbol. You've all probably seen, if you haven't, look them up, the sand, where they send a vibration to it and it forms. And as the music changes, the form change, and the different hertz frequencies, the sand takes a different shape. That's matter transforming to the vibration. The same as matter transforms to the golden ratio, sacred geometry. And it dawned on me when I was attuned for Qigong, there was a symbol written, like just formed in my back, the same as you do with Reiki, and you attune somebody with the symbols of Reiki. It wasn't to put that into me. It was for me to align my body to align with the sacred symbology that's already in the field. So I would like align with that frequency and could connect to it at any point moving forward. So when we create an intentional framework that the wise ones always want us to create, we create that framework. That is the formula that matter transforms to. When we create the vision in the field, that's matter transforms to that vibration of what we put there. It just was like ding, 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 ding. I lit up because I got it. It's so crystal clear that that's why we create in the field. That's where creation happens, not in the physical. The physical aligns to the creation that you put out there. So, wise ones, take it away. That's what we wanted her to share. When you put in the field and you send love, and you send peace, and you send ease, matter aligns. That is why we keep asking you to create in the field, create in the field. Send love, send love, send love. You are creating a field of energy around that matter that it can transform to. You are putting a vibratory field, no different than that sand that you send music to or a hertz frequency to, and it changes its shape and form. You have the power. That's what's so incredible, guys. You have the power to do that with your speaking, with your thoughts, with your electrical words that you send out to deed it into reality. You have the power. That's the message we wanted to bring forth today. Use it wisely. Every nanosecond of every second of every minute of every day of every hour of every week of every month of every year, you get to choose. You get to choose. Are you going to be plugged in to 3D? Are you going to be plugged in to 5D? To the field of opportunity for you and everyone on the planet and Earth to evolve. It's time. It's time. Do yourselves a favor and really, really, really work on that heart resonance. Because this is the opportunity. This is the power for you to get to your ascended enlightened state and help everyone and everything on the planet arrive there too. You have the power and the opportunity. It is so exciting. We wish that we had walked on the planet when this was possible, but at least we get to share it with all of you and see your manifestations and your creations and your evolution into the fifth dimension of oneness, peace, ascension, and acceptance of all that is, knowing you are one with it. Most importantly, remembering your light, your soul's light, that is multidimensional and amazingly beautiful. This is your turn. This is your time. We are honored to be here. Our heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you, wise ones. Thank you. It couldn't be more clear than that. It's so exciting. It's the way that I stay hopeful in the energies today. When they remind me of this information, when I brought it forth last month. If you want to hear more about the Three-Eye Atlas and the energy, it was on my Andromeda Council show in March. So I'm glad that they brought it forth now. It's especially important. Surround other light workers with light and love so we don't lose any more tragically. And yet, maybe, just maybe, he had ascended the most that he could right now. And what I know for certain, he's going to do wonders on the other side. He'll be able to continue this shift with us. And maybe he already got there and it was his time to leave. We don't know. We can send love, and especially to his family and friends right now, and all those that will miss him dearly, like myself. We can send love. With that, I'm going to tone for sending love, and then we're going to do our light and love meditation. So stick around and help to send love and light to the planet. Yananakatai kiato, yananakatako, yananakakato, yahanikano, yahanikano, kahotokoto, kahakokato, yanami kayo, yanami kayo, yanami kayo, kaya chitiki anamako kako, chananamakia kakatoko, chananamakia kakatoko, chamananakia kakatoko, Oh, that was fun. That was really fun. Thanks, guys. So that high tone I started with, that is the vibration that I use to get me back into a loving space. If the day is going at a point where I'm like falling, I will just tone. I just stand in my I am that I am, infinite starlight radiance, and then I send love to me, through me, from me, and I and that balances me back out. So find the way that you can do that for you. And if it's not your voice, maybe it's a sound or a piece of music or a thought. You could use a thought like a baby, your child, your loved ones, a pet, a flower that you love, a place that you love. That gets you back into the heart center. So let's ground with the crystal root of Mother Earth, root with the unconditional love of Father God. Connect to our light origination point energy and all of our higher self aspects. That is the cross that you see in my star image, the logo. And then we allow unconditional love to flow to us, through us, from us, all in the heart center, to us, through us, from us, to us, through us, from us, to us, through us, from us, 24/7, 365. We stand in our I am that I am, infinite starlight radiance, radiating unconditional love to us, through us, from us, to us, through us, from us, to us, through us, from us, 24/7, 365. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We call forth all benevolent beings, all benevolent elementals and ancients and inner earth beings and angels and ascended masters and archangels, all benevolent councils, federations, alliances, benevolent energies and guardians, and all benevolent beings from this universe and all others. And we bring it forth into one heart consciousness. And we send love to the core of Mother Earth, radiating it around every molecule on the planet, every molecule throughout the planet, into the solar system, the universe, and beyond. We pull the light quotient of food energy up into the water, soil, air, and so that everyone breathes it, drinks it, eats it, tastes it, smells it. It goes into our food. So it empowers us in this ascension time. We surround all beings, all governments, leaders, organizations, institutes, businesses, any group of two or more, any war-torn areas, weather-beaten areas, all countries, all states, all regions, all provinces, any area of being or, if we missed anything, all communities we surround, cities, towns, with these ascension healing cocoons of love and light, and surrounded by impenetrable levels of violet flame that only love enters and exits. Anything done to harm instantly implodes on itself. Anything done in the service of love and light expands exponentially to the quadrillionth degree. As sovereign light beings, we intend to demand and declare an end to the tyrannical enslavement on this planet. We will no longer comply. We will no longer comply. We will no longer comply. We intend, demand, and declare all lies be exposed, all crimes against humanity, all perpetrators be held accountable. Repent, repay, give back. Money goes back to the people, or we send them back to their light's origination point energy to learn love again. We send love. We truly hope that they will remember who they already are, or learn love if they don't know what it is. As sovereign light beings, we intend, demand, and declare that Earth be treated with humanity, respect, and integrity, an end to the crimes against Mother Earth and her soil, her water, her air. We intend, demand, and declare that every being has healthy water, soil, food, air to eat, drink, breathe, as is our right as children of Mother Earth and Father God, and that they have a safe place to live and thrive in. We intend, demand, declare all beings thrive. It is our divine right. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this and greater. We specially ask angels' wings to surround all those that are hurting, all those that are ill, all the light workers who are so diligently teaching love and light and holding the field. We send love to all. Thank you for this and greater. Namaste, amen, aho, and so it is so. 1, 2, 3. It is done, it is done, it is done. In the Trinity of three, it is done. Now. I do that to vibrate this energy into matter. Remember we said about vibrations and how it affects the sand and moves it? That's what the vibration of our toning can do as well. So join me if that's a skill you have. And if not, play music that will. I thank you for being part of this conversation, being part of the awakening process, and figuring out and choosing to evolve. Evolve. Let's all stay in our heart center and stay in this amazing new field that has been created for us. It is an incredible opportunity. It has made so many people feel like, whew, even in the midst of all the chaos, we can breathe again. We can breathe again. If you stay of the world and not in it, you can breathe and you can love the chaos into peace. Help me love the chaos into peace. And let's honor all of those light workers who are assisting from another realm. Namaste. Goodbye for now. We'll see you next month. Thank you all for being here.